Like the economy, businesses must withstand cycles of ups and downs. Economists and those who have been watching the bullish market say it's not if the next recession will hit, but when.
I'm not a doomsday guy, but I am a realist saying we're 10 years into this market. I sincerely think that, within the next 24, 36 months, maybe at the most, we'll be in a recession.
Bonham was the keynote speaker of the 2019 Business Summit in St. George. He said in order to survive, businesses need to understand the market dynamics and how it impacts their own businesses.
Once a recession hits, it lasts for anywhere from 12 to 24 months on average, and then the business cycle starts again. And so I think kind of understanding that and saying, hey, what do we need to do as a business owner to position ourselves to survive for that amount of time?
He said it's extremely important for small businesses to prepare as they are always hit the hardest.
Cash is always a concern as a small business owner. Cash flow, how do I pay for things like that. Positioning yourself so that maybe we're a little bit more conservative today to be able to withstand anything that might come our way tomorrow.
Bonham said his multi-million-dollar company, which sells furniture in a worldwide market, has already seen impacts of tariffs imposed on China.
So my tariffs started last year in September. They were just upped to 25% in May. So all of my home furnishings products, I'm already paying the tariff. Now, here's one thing that everybody needs to understand. China is not paying the tariff. We are paying the tariff. I literally cut checks to the government for that additional. So what I've done is I've pushed back on factories. They've given me some concessions. I've worked with my partners to say, hey, I'm going to pass along X amount of this increase. And they've been willing to do that. And then I'm eating a few points of margin as well. In hopes that this kind of pressure on our foreign manufacturing friends will, at some point in the future, we'll strike a deal with them.
A dozen breakout sessions during the Business Summit dealt with all aspects of how to keep businesses growing or upright during those times.
And so in order for these businesses to be successful, they've got to get that infrastructure in place. And so we're teaching that. That will help to recession-proof them. It'd be so much better for our businesses to be proactive versus reactive. And all of these breakout sessions are geared for that.
They covered such topics as customer service, how to market and grow your business, as well as cybersecurity, bookkeeping, and secrets of success.
How we can better relate to our customers, how we can communicate with them, how we can improve our relationship with our companies and with other people around me for referrals and everything.
Palermo said for those employers who choose to work smarter, not harder, the wages will go up.
And here in Washington County, that wage is going up automatically because we don't have the employees, and so they're vying for the best employees, so they continually raise the bar on their pay. So it's happening organically here, but again, if you work smarter, not harder, and you take your employees and you utilize them to the best of their ability, I think that businesses will make more money and be able to pay higher wages.
At age 23, Amy Reese Anderson started her first company. It evolved into a number of business opportunities, and she eventually sold it for $377 million. Anderson said one of her secrets to success was to treat employees right.
The more I kind of did that and more I implemented those things, the more people reacted in a positive way. And it is humbling because they're not, genius things. They're very basic common sense things, but they are overlooked a lot of the time. And yet those were the secrets that made us so successful.
Anderson encourages setting up visual goals on a poster board. She wrote a book about how her goals all came true.
She's just created this culture where people want to be together, and it's like the family away from home. And they're more productive. It seems like they're healthier and happier. So her whole culture in that book, I can't wait to buy it and read it and implement it here at Dixie State.
And she still writes public blogs sharing tips and strategies.
Got people from all these countries that follow, and I'm always amazed at, like I'll go through something and blog about it, and there's always somebody out there that will inevitably send a message back that day and say, oh, that's exactly what I needed to hear today. And I think that's what motivates me to keep doing it.
Alongside the Business Summit was the St. George Marketplace. It's like a farmer's market for business products and services. About 60 businesses showcased their booths to the public during the free event.
So what I'm doing is I'm reaching out to local businesses, and I created a business package for them, and I'm saying, hey, put up a hope and love in your mirrors, and we'll use some of the money to be able to donate that back to the schools so that we can get these up in all the schools.
And for those who attended, this business summit was well worth their time and money spent.
The cost was totally justifiable. Of course, I made some great connections already that will benefit my business, and the things that I've learned so far are things that I've heard but need to be reinforced, and I'm excited to apply them to the business.
In St. George, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.